Hello, and welcome back to Brit Reviews It All. And today I'm going to be talking about One of Us is Lying. And again, this is streaming on Peacock. This is season 2, and I am on episode 2, getting ready to go into, of course, the next one. Episode 2, they called this one Simon Says TikTok. I get the title of it now. It's picking up. It's doing really good as far as being very interesting. Again, I love these type of shows. I will say that it's kind of giving me a little bit more of the TV series Scream that is on Netflix. Now, they started off with the Murder Club. They all got messages from Simon Says saying that they wanted them to retrieve Jake's watch. Jake has a gold watch, so they were just like, oh, you know, okay, a watch. Now, Addie, she thinks about it for a second and she's like, OMG, he was wearing the watch Halloween night. What the heck are we gonna do? Immediately they're like, okay, well, that's impossible because he's at the bottom of the ocean. We won't be able to get this watch. And she's like, well, you can't even get a duplicate because it's engraved. So if the person who's saying they are Simon, if it is actually his brother Cole is going to know that it's a fake. So that was out of there. Now, in the midst of this all coming out, lo and behold, between Nate and Janae, they actually come out and they say, okay, you know what, y'all, a lot of stuff is going on, and we did not get the opportunity to actually dispose of the body to the bottom of the ocean like we said we were supposed to do. She ended up having to put him on her family's boat. Janae put him on her family's boat in order to because they didn't have anywhere else to put him. It was a lot going on in the water that night. People lived in high rises. She said it was like a lot of lights, so someone would have saw them. So it just wasn't a good idea. So of course, Bronwyn, she is very upset about it at this point, you know, and she just like, honestly, Bronwyn is getting on my nerves, to be honest with you. Like, she's questioning everybody. She's like, she's supposed to be the ringleader and everybody does exactly what she says. And I mean, I get her being concerned and wanting to be on it from A to Z because her life is at stake as well. But don't be so quick to jump down somebody's throat. They had to make a different decision. They kept it from you guys because they were trying to save you from knowing those specific details. You know what I'm saying? So to some degree, y'all wouldn't have known what really happened. But like they said, thank goodness that they didn't, because guess what? They have access to the watch. Now, Cooper made a really good observation. He said, okay, you know what if whoever this is that wants us to go and retrieve the watch, they are only doing this so that they can follow us to find out what we did with the body. That was a good point. So they devised a plan to everybody go their separate ways so that they don't so they can kind of scramble it up a little bit. So whoever it is, they would have had to make a decision to follow a specific group. They needed for Janae to be able to go to the boat, to go to the sub-zero freezer where his body is, so she could get the watch. Now everybody's doing that. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Janae is on the boat. All of a sudden she hears something, and she's in the process, she's taking the lock off of it, in the process of getting the watch, and lo and behold, who comes in? Okay, Maeve. Maeve brings her tail in out of nowhere. She done followed Janae. First of all, that's creepy. Second of all, that's not okay. I know she said that she's been avoiding her ever since, you know, whatever happened from season 1. However, not cool, Maeve. You doing the little sneaky sister thing again, and you getting yourself mixed in with what they have going on, and they're trying to keep you out of it, or at least Brown is anyway. Now, after all of that, Janae had to basically speak very bad to her to kind of get her out of there, which hurt her feelings. So Maeve ended up confronting her sister Bronwyn later that night Brown got home, Maeve was in her room crying. So while all this is going on, you know, she's like, oh my God, I think Brown almost was about to say what they were actually doing, because she thought that Maeve figured it out, but she really didn't. But just by what she was saying and her reaction to her basically needing some kind of her sister to console her for feeling terrible that Janae is like treating her so badly and spoke to her so badly. She was just really focused on, okay, I didn't want you to know about this body, nothing. Now, later that night, Maeve, sneaky sister, she sneaks in. She goes in Brown's phone. One, Brown, why are you not locking your door at night when you know that your sister is very sneaky? She likes to sneak into your things in your room, whatever. Two, why does your phone not have a lock on it? Because your sister didn't have to do anything extra to open that phone. She went into the phone, saw the messages between all of them. Okay, that's another red flag. Hello, y'all. You have a whole message chain with everything that they can see. Anybody can see it in your phone. So Maeve saw the dang picture of the watch and everybody's like, oh, you got the... And so now she's like already about to start putting pieces together, like trying to figure out what the heck that they are doing. All right, so that's that. Now, after all of this happens the next day, everybody gets a message from Simon Says, basically saying, okay, you got the watch. Now, Simon Says one of you wear the watch all day until Simon Says take it off. Not good, okay? Because we know Vanessa is literally looking for anything. We don't know who Simon is, so pretty much somebody, it's got to be someone in the school that can see them every day, their every move. You know what I'm saying? Like at school and everything. So it's got to be someone at the school. Now, all in all, Cooper is the one who ended up wearing the watch, which actually made sense. He was Jake's best friend. And it's a male watch, so it made sense. It also kind of made sense if Addie wore it, you know, just to kind of, you know, because they had a really strong relationship for a while before everything went down. So that would have made sense, but Cooper chose to. Now, even though Cooper chose to wear that, said he would take on that, he'll wear the watch all day and not take it off. Cannot take it off. He did that. Now, here comes his ex. She's asking for a favor. One, to help her. Two, to help him as well with his image and everything. So he goes, it's an interview. And it's like, oh my gosh, like the worst. It was the same day he has to wear the watch all day. So terrible. And I'm like, I don't know, girlfriend. We know you, we're going to have to see with her. I think it's very ironic that ended up being the day that they pulled him to go do an interview that she orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? So that happens. And now he goes, he's all dressed up, looking nice and everything, showing the watch. Now, they said his father and her, they wanted him to actually take the watch off. Another red flag where I was like, something right. Because they said with what they were trying to present him as and his look, the whole flashy gold watch, that just wasn't what it was. So they were like badgering him to take it off. Versus where he should have just said, I'm wearing this watch because I want to wear it. And that's what it is. I'm not taking it off. I don't care what you say. It's on. However, they persuaded him to take the watch off. Now, pulls the sleeve down so you wouldn't be able to see it. Still not good, because even throughout the process of the freaking interview, he reached for a glass of water and you could see he was not wearing that watch. Okay, I should have put my watch on. But anyway, I should have put my watch on so I could have my watch on in the video. But anyway, so that happened. So I'm just like, oh, here we go. Okay, so whoever Simon is, obviously they're watching the interview because they are watching to see if you're going to keep this on all day, like they said. And lo and behold, right on TV, it showed he did not have it on. Now, while all that was going on with the interview and everything, Nate and Brown, they were going back to the old cinema to do some digging. And just like I thought about, you know, hey, you know, well, what if there was a camera or did someone see them? The convenience store across the street from the cinema did have a camera pointing so it could see. Now, they, you know, did a little woo, and she was able to get back there and to sneak and go back and watch the video. come and they saw someone over there that night. Now, what they saw was, it was a mask, someone in a mask, and that was so freaking creepy. And come to find out, they said that it was the mask that Janae wore on Halloween night, so that's not a good thing. Now, even with that, it goes back to Cooper, because apparently Cooper had Chris to dispose of the mask. It's somewhat so basically Chris, he somewhat helped them. Now Janae, she's just like, okay, well, did he get rid of the mask? Like, so she goes to Chris's dorm room and confronts him just to ask about it. And he's like, look, and this is how Janae finds out that Cooper done told Chris what happened that night. She just been talking to him, because asking him about the mask. He's like, look, I don't have it, I got rid of it, burnt them, or whatever he said he did with them. They're gone. I do not have anything. Why would I even keep something like that? I'm done with it. I don't want anything to do with this. And he's like, girl, like, gone, shoo, goodbye. She's just like, he's like, anybody could buy those masks, like, at any freaking store, because apparently they must have got it from him. So that's that. We have to figure out who has that mask. All right. Now, let's see. Moving on from that, Addie, she was asking for, she asked for Janae, you know, to come over to be with her. You know, Addie is going through it, y'all. She's really going through it. So Janae is on the way over there. Now, Addie hears the doorbell ring. So she's thinking it's Janae. She goes, opens the door. No one was there. All of a sudden, she is getting snatched up out of her dang house, off the porch, okay, and put into a vehicle. Now, for Addie, not good, because we know she's already on the edge. And then just from the frames of the people that were taking her, they look like females. So I kind of put two and two together. I said, I bet you this is the cheerleaders, because her friend already was trying to get her to come back to the cheer squad. So it's probably them messing with her. So lo and behold, that's what it was. Now, obviously no one really heard her saying some of the things that she was saying, but I was paying attention. I'm like, Addie, you literally got to bumping your gums, girl. You finna really get y'all in some trouble. Okay, now they remove her. They convince her to get back on the cheer squad, which she really should have said no, because that's not what she wanted to do. But in the midst of that, Vanessa's like, she's gonna get ready to go live. Vanessa goes live, and guess what happens? She gets an anonymous tip about the watch that Cooper had on, and there you have it. All right, so the two of them, I mean, so basically that is blown up, so everybody knows at this point that Cooper has a watch, and that is Jake's watch. So that is not a good look for him. All right, now when that happened, Maeve again put two and two together about the watch with them, her sister, and everything, and she's like, and she broke Brown down to the point where she told her, and it was just like, oh my god. So like, Maeve is like, girl, like, at this point I'm just sitting here rattling my brain, because now I'm gonna have to help you out, you idiot. Okay, let's see. There was a whole scene where Janae, she was trying to go to talk to Maeve about everything or whatever, and I was just like, okay, Janae, first of all, when you followed her into the bathroom, you should have made sure no one else was in there before you got to running your mouth, just in case somebody might overhear what you're talking about. But I guess no one was in there. We're gonna leave that alone and keep it pushing. Now, they are having a Justice for Jake rally. Vanessa is top runner. Top is doing it for Jake and his family. Now Cole, he gets up, stands in front of everybody. He says that they are offering $100,000 to anyone who has information on what happened to Jake. So this is going to be very bad news, because now everybody's going to be on the lookout for them, right? Now, obviously Cole, he definitely goes up to Cooper, demands the watch. I mean, demands it. Don't ask where, he demands it. Checks it, and guess what? He verifies, okay, this is my brother's watch. Don't know why you have it. They played that off really good and just kind of made it seem like Jake gave it to him, possibly as like a going away thing. So, you know, him kind of saying his somewhat of a goodbye, you know what I'm saying? And then Vanessa, she actually ended up giving Maeve a clue in her dumb self. She didn't even realize it, but she's actually going to help them. So Maeve is going to get to work with her tech, you know, her tech skills, and she's going to really get in there and help them out. So they really need to start allowing her to get in there and help them more, because she actually is pretty smart. Pretty much Cole, he had Addie forced her basically to get up there and say something to try to plead for him to come back, because Jake's mom asked her to do it. She, as we know, she's seeing Jake all the time. She didn't really say what they wanted her to say, but she's basically like, don't come back, we don't want to see you. So she got it together. And at the ending, the detective that was from season 1 on the first case, she's back. So this is not gonna be good, y'all. But I want to thank you for watching. I will be back with another video. Please subscribe, comment, like, hit the notification bell button, and I will be back as soon as possible. Thank you again for watching, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, y'all.